Tesla and Elon Musk were called out on Twitter by a celebrity author and I guess a modern day philosopher, Nassim Taleb. And he was really upset about what happened to him. He's a Tesla owner. It is the same reason that if you've been watching this channel for a while, as you know, I've stopped buying Teslas last year. This is the same reason why I did, even though I think it's the best car in the world. I've owned 3 Teslas over the period of 6 years. I was one of the original Tesla Model S owners, the first 3,000 that were made in 2012. You know, and by the way, if you are sensitive to any type of negative information that I'm going to throw at you about Tesla, I suggest that you stop watching this video and maybe watch some of the videos I made earlier this week where I actually ended up being called Tesla fanboy. So, you know, and that's what you get, I guess, with being an unbiased electric car YouTuber. And by the way, if you do like unbiased electric car news, the only more reasons to subscribe, because that's what I do here every day. So go ahead and click on that subscribe button. And if you already have, then the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything moving forward. All right, so here's what happened. In the last, I think, a week or two, and I have a relatively large Tesla owner group, Tesla Model S and Model 3 owner groups on Facebook. A lot of people, a decent amount of people, complain about the fact that they've kind of accidentally ended up buying a $4,000 or $5,000 package from Tesla, the full self-driving package, I believe, and Tesla, they weren't willing to give them a refund, which is insane. It's also insane that you kind of can make this purchase without having to confirm or whatever. So people were having a trouble until, you know, this guy, Nassim Taleb, he ended up doing the same thing. Essentially, he basically said, I kind of butt dial the package because there's no confirmation. And so he sent this email to Tesla, basically. Actually, this is a reply for them. When he complained about it, they sent it to him saying basically there are no refunds for that. And they basically said, and this is kind of silly, is that basically it's like, you know, they said this would be a similar situation of paying for an addition to a house, I'm assuming like a deck or whatever, deciding you don't like it, then requesting a refund from the contractor. Now, yes, that is already silly, but even more that the fact that they're not willing to give a refund to somebody said, listen, I just did it like, you know, a couple of days ago, but also it wasn't just a couple of days ago, it was 9 days ago, because that's how long it took them to reply. And I've been saying this for a while. I think a lot of people have been complaining that, you know, the customer service of Tesla has been horrendous in terms of either being on hold for over an hour, or if you email them, they just don't reply, or reply like 2 weeks later. It's not good. It's just definitely not good. So this is the reply that he sent to them saying, listen, I'll quote here this number. Point number 3, your comparison situation of paying for an addition to a house, deciding you don't like it, fails any elementary class in critical reasoning. Since I asked for a reversal unconditionally, I did not try your software and I did not use your stupid software. He's losing patience, which I understand. He also added, you have a flawed app, it is your problem, and a defective customer support that replies 9 days later. I agree with that as well. And by the way, you know, it's kind of weird, right? That Tesla is such an amazing car with such an amazing tech. They have a Tesla supercharger network and the Tesla solar roof and just so many amazing things. You would think something like customer service, which is essentially is, you know, hiring, you know, a certain number of people and a certain number of call centers and training them properly. I would have thought that would be easier to do than to create a great electric car, sell this and create the network and build it. Like all of this is just way harder than providing a good customer service, but somehow they're just not able to do it. All right, but this is where things got a little testy, because he finally just had enough and just called out Elon Musk on Twitter, and Elon Musk replied. So I'll tell you what happened, and very similar thing happened to yours truly here. I'll share that with you as well. Before that, of course, a quick reminder that this video and this channel is sponsored by Byton. Check them out. Check out their Byte, which is an all-electric SUV coming to the US, coming to Europe next year. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know why not. It costs you absolutely nothing. That's right. The reservation right now costs you absolutely nothing in about a minute of your time. So go to the description of this video and reserve your Byton today. All right. So here's what Nassim tweeted at Elon. He said, Elon Musk, your customer support at Tesla is even worse than I claimed last time. It is an insult to your customers. I actually agree. And this is why I decided I'm no longer buying Tesla until they fix the customer service. It is an insult to me. I always felt like, hey, I know I'm driving an amazing car, but I cannot be treated like crap every time, something happens that's not even my fault. The car breaks down or something stops working and over-the-air updates stop working at some point. And it's a shame. It is a shame because the customer service should really just kind of match the product, and the product is absolutely amazing. So now Elon saw that and he replied, which is good on him. He said, just saw this today. Tesla refunds in general should be easy to get electronically and certainly through customer service. Will be addressed. He misspelled B, but that's fine. So that's good, right? And this is I've said many times, as I've said, I've been with Elon for like a couple of years until about last few months. He has been on point in pretty much every single way, I think, and that's one of the reasons I think the stock is so much higher now, because him being a stable leader and a CEO that he's been many years ago. So good on him. However, this is where Nassim replied, and this is kudos to Nassim for that. He basically said this: thanks, but it would be a good idea to give equal response to people who do not have as many followers on Twitter. I'm not interested in such a refund if other people equally affected don't get fair treatment. Now that is awesome. He has about 444,000, so almost 500,000 followers on Twitter. As he's a celebrity author and blah 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 and all of that stuff. So good on him, because this does happen a lot where Elon would reply to somebody and that would be good for that person, but especially if they're a celebrity or social media influencer or whatever. But what about the regular people who are experiencing this awful? I mean, like, it's a lot of money that they just kind of accidentally spend without wanting. Now, I know you probably can get it from your credit. By the way, if it happened to you, your best bet here, that's what I would do. Call your credit card and cancel that purchase. Any credit card will absolutely do that because you essentially never confirmed or signed for it. So that's probably the best way to go. Now, I gotta tell you, something similar happened to me. I remember it was last year where Elon was trying to be Elon that I didn't like. He was talking crap about Wall Street Journal for some reason, Wall Street Journal. And I basically tweeted back saying, hey, Elon, is it really where you want to spend your energy? I've been waiting for a Powerwall for 2 years. Maybe look into that. Which I thought was a fair, statement there, because really I got a Powerwall as a referral price, a long time ago. I helped them make the sales, they got the money, and then I'm waiting for mine. I thought it was really unfair. And he actually replied to me. He said that we did take a man several, blah, 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 laughing. Fair point though, Powerwall production is now ramping up fast. Tesla was cell-starved last year, so we had to switch all lines to make packs for cars, which meant Powerwall production was living off scraps. Not the best point. I still think I don't care. Like, okay, fine, just give me money then. But what happened the next day is somebody from Tesla called me and said, hey, guess what? Your Powerwall is ready for delivery. Where would you like to have it, Mr. Guberman? And I thought, well, that's great, but is it just me? They're not doing it for everybody. They're just doing it because Elon just happened to reply to me. And maybe they even knew that I have a channel and whatever, social media influencer, which actually makes it even worse. I remember there was another time when I at one point when I was servicing my Tesla at the Palo Alto service center, and it was pretty decent until my girlfriend at that time showed up instead of me and got treated like crap. And I realized that, oh, okay, so they know who I am. That's why they're treating me so well. But another random person shows up, and all of a sudden, so once again, I really hope they're gonna fix this, because again, I don't mind buying a Tesla. I just don't want to get an amazing car and be treated like crap. Let me know in the comment section what your experience has been with Tesla service. I know some people had an amazing experiences and some people had really bad experiences. However, there are too many of us who had bad experiences. And I think that's something that Tesla and Elon needs to fix. And it looks like they will at some point. I don't think we're asking that much. And I hope they're going to do it. So By the way, want to give a quick shout out to one of my newer Patreons, Eugene. Eugene, thank you so much for becoming one of my Patreons. This is how I make a living. This is how I'm able to do these videos every day, including weekends and holidays and sick days and so forth. And also my Patreons that are contributing $5 or more are able to watch this live and be the first ones to see all of my videos before I post them on YouTube. So thank you so much. If you would like to join my Patreon community, go to patreon.com/e4electric. So, and that link is also in the description of this video. But if you're watching me on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, it's very simple. It's free there. Click the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so you don't miss these and stories like this pretty much here every day. All right, I am looking forward to your comments. Put them in the comment section. Other than that, I will see you guys later. And of course, remember to stay charged.